Welcome to Xbox Cuts Relapse Friday. It's me, Dustin. I'm here to back for another week of Minecraft or whatever I feel like doing. Can of Code Red. I should build a Can of Code Red. That would be... it would be fitting. Okay, well, we need to build an Xbox Uncut monument. I've never done that, and that sounds like a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the far end of my map where I normally haven't like built anything up. I don't know if I've shown everybody everything. If you're just tuning in, I got my stadiums, I got pyramids, I have all kinds of big structures in my map. But I do not have a giant can of Code Red. So today, I'm proud to announce my awful attempt at making a Code Red. This is going to come out terribly. I don't even know how I'm going to make it circular yet. I should be able to make something. It has to be the right colors too. I feel like it needs to be... which way I'm going? I'm going this way. I don't know how much room I'm going to need to make for it. Like, am I going to need to be down at bedrock and like build it like from here up, or should I build it? That should be this way. I feel like it would make more sense over here. I could come out, come through here. No, I got a better idea. Over there. That way it looks like it's sitting in the water. It's like just a big bottle of Code Red right there. So a little marketing. Maybe some potato chips, some onion, some French onion dip, maybe. I should be able to see it right over here though. I don't think I need to make it tall enough where clouds are going through it. I need to actually get a picture of a can of Code Red. It would not work if I don't do this. This is important. Code Red. Go to images. Oh, I need a better can. Need a better can. The silver ones aren't bad, but that's Diet Code Red. We don't drink Diet Code Red. We drink Code Red. We want something to be completely awful for you. I have a huge map compared to most people. Have you ever seen my map, Wicked? Have I ever taken you on the tour? I might have to fly through. So, of course, I have everything. It's on road system, and that way people can find everything. Ooh, I went backwards. So I have a giant hole that you saw just a couple minutes ago. It's in the middle of the ocean. It took forever to build. Trying to fill in all the water is what really took the longest. Destroying it still took a long time, but filling the water was still the heavy part. Heavy lifting of that project. Let's just keep on flowing. Flowing. I got my picture of Code Red, by the way. You haven't seen it. Okay, so we're going to go through the nickel and dime tour. So I have a bunch of roadways that go through the whole map. So let's just flip around here. I only have one road that actually ends. Like everything else, it all loops back in on itself so that you can never get lost, essentially. So I guess the best place for the nickel and dime tour is, well, my map hasn't loaded yet, but they're loading up here. Like each one of these is that square, that is what a world on Xbox 360 was, and this is the map size on this game. Now my world so far takes up this block. You can actually see that's the giant hole, the superstructure for it. This is the roadway. You don't really get too much stuff over here on my map. It's mainly all in this little block right here. And I have come up and started filling in some of this block right here with the castle I'll show you. So this is just a generic step. So of course I had to make an underwater tunnel because that's what everybody builds. I do have a portal in this underwater tunnel to go to the end world, to see the end of the universe, or whatever. That's kind of a cool effect. They changed that. I really like that. That's a lot more awesome than it used to be. So, where were we? Nope, wrong way. So let's go this way. If we come up, you come up to a city. Yay! City's pretty awesome. It took me a long time to flatten out the city. It looks pretty dope, if you ask me. It's pretty cool. I want to extend it. I want to build more buildings, do bigger things. But for right now, you know, this is pretty cool. I like it. I like my city. It's pretty awesome. And just to show you how awful it is built, the whole underside looks like that all the way through because I used TNT to break most of it. I'll fix that later. So on top of this, you have arenas, like this huge baseball stadium. Like, I love it. It's an awesome baseball stadium. It doesn't really go with the Greek pack, but, you know, the Greeks would have enjoyed baseball. Playing with balls, you know. It's a bad joke. Football stadium, because America. I have not put anywhere near the amount of time as I put on the baseball stadium on this one, but, you know, it's a stadium. What else do we got that I can show off? I have not finished the hockey arena, but it's full size. There's no, like, inside those walls, there's nothing right now. It's just like a swamp. But the outside's finished, so like it looks cool from above. Moving on. We got to go to the bank. This is something I'm really proud of. I put a lot of effort into it. So I do have a bank now. So you walk in. You go over here. You hit the button. It opens the door. And this is safety deposit boxes. And it has stuff in it, like gold, whatever. There's potions. Nothing really awesome right now, but, you know, of course the doors will shut by themselves. So just, yeah, now nobody can get in. It's a lock. Oops, I messed up the doors. Alright, moving on. Is we have a giant pyramid. It's my pride and joy. I completely ripped this pyramid off from Vern's wife, Maria. Originally she wanted something big, and I was like, let's build a pyramid, and we built it on her map. And she doesn't play Minecraft much anymore, so I literally stole it and made my own. Because why not? So we got, if you've heard the podcast, you've probably heard Bear Cub in Sky at some point. And this is my monument to bear cubs everywhere. And then if you hit the little button, come downstairs to the hidden entrance. Because it has to be like Indiana Jones. You got a dog protecting, a couple dogs down here, making sure that nobody steals any of the treasures. So if you hit a button, not that button. There's false buttons, and I can never remember which ones are real or false. And that way, it opens up, and you have more. Like, this is all, like, diamond armor. It's all good, like, really good crap. Doors open, come through. And I gotta fix this, because I forgot. I messed this all up. I put it in the wrong block. And I didn't realize it until I loaded this map pack that it was the wrong block, because they look almost identical. This took me way too fucking long. Honestly, it took me This is about 1,000 or so hours, and probably more, of playing. So, of course, I got another hidden entrance to get out. Let's just scoot on down. That's right. All the way down the tunnel. And there's a way to kill people. So if they hit this button, they fall into the lava and they die. It stops them from being able to get out. It's awesome. So now if you walk over here, the door opens. It hides it. Now nobody knows that there's a door there. Go upstairs. And we're in an office building. It's a secret little entrance that nobody knows about. And we're out in the middle of the city. In front of the pyramid. But let's keep moving on. So now if we go all the way down here. More roads and roads. I know. We go to, like, this is like, we go back in time, essentially. Go back to sand roads. Because I didn't want it to be like the cities anymore. I wanted it to be more industrial, you know? So now we have the castle. That I'm still working on. It's all unfinished, I know. We're making a monument to bear cubs again. It's going to be in here. You got little cats. Meow. And a boat. So now if you go into the boat, now you can go downstairs. Another cat. Can't go to sleep right now. You can go upstairs, and it's just the yacht. And there's places for you to go and hang out and have a drink, or, you know, it's just a nice little yacht. So I know what everybody asks. It's like, yeah, you know, it's not done being built. And this is so not ready to be shown. But, yep, this is pre-production, people. Pre-production. You know, I wanted a winding staircase because I thought that'd be cool. It's not coming out exactly how I wanted it, but it looks pretty cool so far. I like it. It looks intimidating when you walk into it. Like, I wouldn't want to be in there. Oh, there's another thing I can show you. Bear cub. Of course, bear cubs. Now, if you hit this button, come into the store. This takes you up to the top. We can see out and around. And once it's done being built, it'll look a lot cooler. But for right now, it's pretty awesome. You have, if you're gonna have a castle, you have to have a place to put prisoners. So they walk through, they're in their cell, and they can't get out because magic. They'd have to literally carve their way out. Now, of course, always I'm all about these secret doors. Look at that! There's a bad guy. He shouldn't actually be in here. There should be enough light to stop him, but that's what he's... Oh, just so you know, like, a lot of this is just empty space right now. I have not built it. It's almost a mob spawner. There's only a couple other things I haven't shown you yet. Of course, another hidden door. And this is a farm. All that is wheat. Give me 1 second. Alright, Wicked, I never usually do this for anybody, but for you, my friend, hit the button. And as you see, it opens the whole thing. And it drags the wheat to the very end. It's not perfect. I still gotta work on some of it. You can see how some of the wheat didn't actually go all the way. I still gotta get the timing right. And as you see, it makes it really easy to collect all your food, and you can just keep planting it and going back and forth and making more food. So you never actually, if you wanted to be a vegan, you could totally do it with this system. This would be like your magnum opus of like just trying to keep everybody fed without actually killing animals. It does take a while to build though. So we can hit it again. You'll see how I have it so that the water disperses over and over and over again and spreads out and just fills in all the way down. And of course it closes itself off so you don't have like an open spot, an open sore on it. Honestly, it should be made with the switch and not with, not how I'm doing it. Because that way, if it had the switch, you'd be able to, it would have enough time to actually push everything down. Oops, I found more stuff. But that's that for right now. Let's move on. Oops. Hit the button. We gotta go all the way to the other end. We're almost there though. Almost. I've shown you almost everything in this map. I have other maps that have, they don't have a road system like this, but they're they have projects just as big on them. But I've probably spent more time in this map than any other. So of course, another hidden door. I made a little steel bunker for the apocalypse in this one. There's nothing else in here except for beds. But I wanted it to be like a hideout, another hideout, just in case. And of course, this goes up here. And it's a diving board. So this is more like Vegas, I guess. I should make casinos over here, but I don't have any. Got the bank, which is pretty cool. You've seen the hockey arena. That's the underground water tunnel you can see there. Oh, you know what? There's like two things I haven't shown you really. I'll show those real quick. So everybody has to have at least one. That's right. Watch out, it's a giant creeper. Now I have tried to work on big things like that, but it takes so much time and effort to do stuff like that. To make it look right. You won't see it often in my maps. I don't like doing it. I used to have like a roller coaster, but I wasn't a fan of it, so I got rid of it. What did I put down here? I don't even remember what this is. Oh yeah, this was a little thing, like cavern I wanted to explore. Just to see what was going down there. Oh, I don't know how much Minecraft you've played, Wicked, but I can show you a mob spawner if you've never seen one. Yeah, it's a mob spawner. Oh, there's a bad guy. That's all it does is spawn mobs. That's its job. That's it. Now, out of all these projects, this is this took me probably the longest. Except for the road. The road doesn't count because that has been worked on continuously, nonstop. But this right here took forever. And of course it is bedrock. You cannot build under that's it. That's the bottom. And it goes all the way up. And of course we got a little, energy pyramid on the top of it. But everything else is just roads. Nothing else. I used to have a mob spawner. I destroyed it because it just didn't come out right. Like, I kept trying to work on it and I could never get it to work. I could never get it where I wanted it. Alright, give me one moment. I'll be right back. One sec. Alright, I'm back, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I'm back. I apologize. Thanks for everybody for staying tuned in. Sorry, Wicked. You're on your surface. That's why it says I have 3 viewers now. Alright, where were we? We were looking at candidates for the color red for our Mountain Dew can. I can't aim for the life of me. So that's one red. That's the other red. So if I look, I brought up a Mountain Dew can somewhere on a browser somewhere. I need black too. So that's not going to work. Block of coal might work for the black. Yeah, that gives a nice contrast. Then we need... Can't use ice. I would like to use ice. We might use some ice to make it look like the drink's cold, but we're not going to use ice. Oops. What do I need? I need... No snow. I need white. I would like to use snow, but it would just melt. Light gray. Oh, fuck it, we'll go with... This is supposed to be white. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, kind of works. Otis, lay down. You decided to come in here. Otis, come here. Come here.
Good, we can get this party started then.
What? I'm not talking to you, Cortana. This is my boy. His name is Otis. He's a bad dog. Aren't you, bad? Yeah? Tell everybody on the internet. Hugs are the greatest. Alright. So we got our red, we got our black. We need green. Because, believe it or not, Mountain Dew is green. Green. That works. And I think that's all the colors. I think that's all the colors. Otis is the greatest. Red, black, green, white. Yeah, that's it. That disfigured dude's trying to sell me stuff. No, thank you. I appreciate your efforts, but you can leave. I don't need to be sold anything. So I think we have our color palette for the can. We can destroy that. And we can start making a can of Code Red. So we put this up. I've never tried to make a circle before, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going with the 3-block curve. I'm hoping that makes it look alright. See, the thing is, Mr. Disfigured Trot, I don't want to get too famous. Then people will start asking me to pay me. And then how would I be an amateur anymore? I think that's kind of starting to look around. What do you think, Wicked? Oh, Wicked, I'm pretty sure that dude had a bot, and he came in, turned on the bot, gave us like 500 viewers. I really... Usually, if you ask somebody, hey, I see that you have, like, just taken over my feed, would you be able to tell me, like, where you came from? They'll be like, oh, we came from, like, Boogie2988. Or, like, Angry Joe will take his army and just, like, go into people's rooms and go, okay, you know, everybody hang out in this channel for a bit. You know, I like these guys. They're cool. And, you know, you have cool YouTubers that do that. But that guy, 9 out of 10 chance that it was just him with the bot that tossed that hundreds of people in. Because you could see once he left, all 500 left instantly pretty much. So I'm fairly confident it was just a bot. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. Otis, knock it off. 3. Now it should be identical around the can. Alright, so now if I do the same, give it the same treatment. Will that look round, or is that going to look... I guess that's a round of something to get. What was your theory of all those people? Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I mean to burp into the mic. I'm all caffeinated right now. Oops. I feel like I need to sit there and blow away my computer though, and like totally reinstall Windows and everything. So I feel like I have bloatware or something on it's causing these issues with the streaming. Because my processor should be fast enough to do everything I'm doing. I'm not going too crazy with it. Like, especially right now. Yeah, I'm pretty confident it was bots. Pretty confident. Oh, do. See, I'm only going to do the base like this. We're not doing every single layer like this. I kind of want to be able to, I don't know, just have a base so I can see, to make sure it's circular. Like, I like having that actual base to it. Some people would say I'm cheating doing this, though. You know what I say? I don't care. I'm just having fun. Building stupid stuff. By myself. Oh, my neck. That feels better. We got a couple people viewing. Ooh, I'm not actually doing anything. Look at that. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. So what have you been up to today, Wicked? Now that you can type freely. Making circles with squares is what we do. It's what we do. Making circles with triangles. That's honestly what we're doing. Look at that. It's becoming circular. I have a feeling I need to break this one. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? So I started going 3. I have so much, like, gas. Keep burping. Yeah, I saw a lot of 9/11 memorials today. It's nice people are still, still understand the significance and honor the people that are no longer here with us. And not just the people that died in the World Trade Center, but all the soldiers and everybody that has passed away over this brutal war. People need to keep politics out of it, just respect the people that are still here. I say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait a second. Alright, so this one needs to be 4. This one needs to be 2. And this one needs to be 2. And there's a Yogi Bear. Gosh, I want to do Yogi Bear. That'd be such an awesome job to be Yogi Bear. There's just Yogi Bear. I like to eat picnic baskets. I do an awful Yogi Bear. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you're terrible, Dustin. You're awful. You deserve to die." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count it. I guess, yeah, it's a nice way of, a nice way to have a memorial by keeping one of the steel beams. Okay, so this is the last one right here. This goes over 4. You know what? At this point, bears would have to be the mascot, and it's not even my call. It's not my call. That's something Vern and Maria have. It's their thing, and we have respected their beliefs in Bear Cub and Sky. Everybody loves bear cubs. They're, according to them, the greatest animals that have ever lived on the planet. I just think they're cool. I watched a bunch of bear cubs and a bear mom hang out in the swimming pool. It was pretty awesome. It ruined the swimming pool, but they were having a good time. It's all that matters, It's all that really matters. Were the bears having fun? Oops. Let's do this one. Oops, I didn't do that one right either. Can't slack. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. One more, and then we start going the other way. Now, change it up, people. Two of those. Two of these. Two of these. Two of these. Two more of these. I messed something up. Well, it looks like I fixed it overall. We're gonna check out, we'll fly above and look how circular my circle is. You would think I'd be building this for like a marketing team or something, but I'm building it just because we made a joke on the podcast about. Because to be honest with you, my actual soda of choice is Dr. Pepper. I am addicted to it. Legitimately addicted. I plan on giving it up. I have to. But I've had so many. This will be my last sodas. And I continuously buy them for no good reason other than I'm addicted to caffeine and sugar. I know my stream is boring, people. I build giant soda cans, which requires a lot of legwork, and it's awesome, but it just takes time. It takes time. I should be playing Forza right now. I got this huge expensive racing wheel. I've put maybe like 5 minutes into it using the racing wheel with the clutch and everything. It's just, right now I'm tired. All I really want to do is watch some TV and like go to bed. But Minecraft kind of lays you down and calms you. And like this music is fucking so relaxing. Minecraft, like a Sprite on a rainy day when you're feeling sick, is like the ultimate combination to put you to bed, fill you up and just give you something to do. What do you think? I think I messed it up somewhere. It's roundish. Like, that's messed up. That shouldn't be like that. That needs to go. That's supposed to be over by 2. 2. Can I fix this without readjusting everything? What happens when I do that? Round enough? Wicked? What do you think? I think this side, like over here, needs to be a little bit rounder. Like if I can fix that up just a little bit. It should be round. Remember, we're only doing the rim because we don't really need to do the inside of the bottle. If I did do it, I would make it clear glass and it'd be the color of the soda. If I were going to do it. We got that first layer. That's kind of just the bottom layer of the soda can. It's just that little bottom, like, little rim. It should actually, if I was going to do it correctly, it should look more like that. And have a actual rim on it, you know? But we're not doing that. No, we're not. If I want to, I can always go back and just break this block and it'll work, but we're not doing all that. That's too much work, people. It's too much. It's too much for me. Anyway. That means we need a layer of black is the next layer. We're almost like a 3D printer. I wish I had help with this. It'd make it so much faster. Not the font part, but like this part of it. I don't know why you stopped streaming playing games. You should start streaming for us, Wicked. That way I don't always have to stream by myself. That'd be fun. I stream just to relax. Like I would love to get paid to do this. Don't get me wrong. It'd be cool to be an internet personality that people want to watch and bullshit around with. And, like, don't get me wrong. There's a reason you watch me. Like, I sit here and chat about stupid shit and chat back. It's fun. I should do 2 layers of that. Doesn't really matter where it started. I mean, if I had like won the lottery, being seriously, the one thing I would want to build and do as a business is I would want to make a podcast network, and I would want to have like all the TV and stuff, like all the like high production stuff done, where people in the local area could do their own shows and just use me as like a almost like a network, you know, where it's just like, yeah, you come in, you do your show, you pick a time slot, and we just do over-the-air TV, you know, do like a whole podcast thing. I think that'd be awesome. Alright, it's looking alright, it's looking alright. I feel like I need to... Oh, wow. Foot. Otis had to go out. He was tired of being stuck. Oh, I broke it. But I think that would be more fun to do that and like just help people with their shows than just like even produce my own content. Like have a network where anybody can just jump, like come in, sit down, be able to relax, have all the video and all that stuff already well like taken care of, so they can just sit down and do their show. And like you give them the raw format after the fact, and then they can go and edit it and do whatever they want with it. And you know, maybe you would take a small cut, you know, after the fact, but like it wouldn't be like these other networks that like try to steal like people's shows and stuff. I wouldn't want to do that. Because people give up on like video game stuff. Like they don't do podcast. Like they just don't treat them like the same as like I would just want to have like a radio network that. Oops. See, it's gonna bug me because it doesn't look right, so I gotta do it. Oh, you do have your own radio station? That's pretty awesome. I would just like to make it simpler for people. That way, like, people just have, like, more entertainment. Almost like, I would want to do, like, public access. Or be my own public access, you know? That'd be so awesome to do. I'd still have my own shows and do my own thing, but I would like to be able to go, yeah, you know, you can sit in the chair and do whatever, or, oh, you want to bring a chair in so that you can have your own, like, show and talk to people about whatever? That'd be awesome. You would just set up time slots. It'd be awesome. Like, think about like a true 24-hour video game network that just had people covering video games non-stop. Like, you could have different shows with different hosts, with different agenda. Like, I wouldn't even care. It would just be unique content. Yeah, that looks more like a can. The bottom's rimmed out a little bit, so it looks better. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass to try to make a Code Red logo. It might not really be a Code Red logo, everybody, just so you know. Don't laugh at me. Alright, so they have like a really weird design that comes up. They do like this circular thing around it. They have like this red stripe. Oh no, this is supposed to be black. So, yeah, that. This here. Would Steve be nude in the shows? No, he would still be off camera because he wouldn't be in the United States, you know? He'd still just be a voice. We could do something interesting with that, though. Like, we've always joked about doing more, but, you know. When you start talking about a nude person on camera, you bring in too many legal issues, you know? That's black. This is red. I'm trying to do the circular part where it says Code Red. That's my goal right now. That's what I'm working on. Like, I want to build this way, but I gotta keep remembering that this is the bot. Like, I gotta stay in the confines of the exterior of the can. So you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna make it easier on ourselves. We're just gonna fill this with black and replace what we don't need with the right colors. But if I did do all that, I'm pretty sure Steve would put on a pair of pants. He might be shirtless the whole show, though. He would just have to be behind a desk to create the illusion that he was always nude. That'd be funny. There's news networks out in, what I think it's Mexico where they do nude news. They do pretty well, but there's just so, in the US, there's so many crazy expectations for clothing, what's right, what's wrong when it comes to nudity. Like, Europe is totally different from the States. It'd be easier to have a nude news network in, like, Great Britain than it is in the US. So, I was putting... CO. Differentiating a D and an O is going to be kind of hard. What if I fill this black on both sides? Will that make it black now? Yeah, I guess it does. It does a little bit better of a job. CO. Stream keeps freezing when you're on Wi-Fi. That might be because of me and the bit rate I have it on, to be honest with you. Let me turn the bit rate down. I have it on pretty high bit rate right now. And I'm recording it at 60 instead of 30. Bring it down to... Shake it down to 3,000. Tell me if that fixes it for you, Wicked. So I go bam, bam. It's those two. I went up one. And this is black. Code. I totally put this in the wrong spot, but fuck it. The font's gonna be what makes this look wrong. I don't know why I'm spelling red and I haven't spelled E yet. Ooh, I messed that up. So... Wicked, is that any better now that I put it down to 3,000? Kind of waiting to find out. It is better, yay! Code. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Kind of disappointed. me to make this bottle look right, I would have to literally sit there and make this thing way bigger. Orders of magnitude bigger than what I'm building right now. I could do it, I just don't feel like putting that much time into it. Start there. Code red. We're almost done. Well, with the code red part, I should say. Well, not really, because we're supposed to do... There's technically supposed to be red highlights on it. We'll see how that turns out. We'll see how that plays, you know? Two blocks is what red did. Can't remember how I did my D. Can't remember how I did the D. It's not bad. It's not bad how I did it. So we're gonna pop that there. Red. It works. It's not great. I'm supposed to have this red circular thing around it. Worst comes to worst, I blow this up with dynamite. I would love to average about 500 viewers actively at a time, though. That'd be freaking awesome. Like if they were real, not fucking bots. Alright, well, we did that part. Alright, Wicked. What's next? More red. Still on code. It's going to take a minute to get the other side of this bottle. I know, I just don't have time, man. I work. I don't have time to do that all the time. I don't know how people do it. Like, if I didn't have a job, and this is all, like, I truly dedicated my time to this, yeah, I could see after a year not having a job and doing nothing but streaming non-stop and having the money to sit there and just waste in this, doing this, like, yeah, I could do it, but I don't have that kind of money. I got bills to pay. I got things to do. You know, we are streaming. Honestly, this week we've been kind of lax and awful about it, but we're streaming usually about 5 days a week. Yeah, and it's only, don't get me wrong, it's only like an hour a day, but shit, what is this stream going on? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours? We do a podcast. It's hard to find the time. And then that's why you gotta find a group of people to stream with you. That way you can have people that, you know, you fall off of streaming. This is awful. My Code Red bottle is awful. It's just not coming out well. But you know what? There's one way to save this stream. There's only one way. It's hopper, trap, chest. There's one way to save this. That was a mistake. I don't like this auto light feature. Not a fan. It's like they found a way to creatively keep things from overloading the game now. I'm not a fan of that. I want to overload the game. You gotta Michael Bay it sometimes, man. You just got to. Pow! And sometimes it just doesn't work out. You had an idea. I'm not sure why it's igniting. I'm being very honest about that. It's so weird. It shouldn't ignite like that. I'm an idiot. I figured out why it's blowing up. And it should blow up. Without a doubt, it should all blow up without hesitation. I'm placing it on redstone. You know, a live electrical circuit. So anytime you touch it with freaking electricity, it's just blowing the TNT. I wasn't even thinking about what it was made out of. We will come back to this project one day when I can think of a way of doing it properly. But for now, we can just Michael Bay it up. We'll call this the disaster. We need to be nice enough to connect these. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, like after 10 pieces, it just blows up or something. No, I just had it attached to redstone the whole time, like an idiot. That's good enough. I need to go this way a little bit. Blow up the rest of this island. So, Wicked, do you play a lot of Minecraft? I know you said you had a world with a cart and a house on it. Is it, I mean, did you kind of just stop, or? Where you're like, man, this is for kids. Fuck this. I'm gonna go play my first-person shooter. My 3-year-old cousin. I want to make sure this one blows up. I have to be very careful. Alright, I think it's gonna blow up. No, it didn't blow up. It was supposed to keep going and going and going and going and going. What is wrong with you? You just stopped playing? Yeah, I understand. I don't blame you. Don't blame you. And it's like we never did anything. It's probably destroyed my road, Michael Baying it up like that, but it was worth it. You get so much splatter off of TNT with blocks and other TNT blocks. And me and my cousin had a world that we just hated, and we ended up turning into a giant, like we covered every little ounce of it with TNT, and we would blow it up for fun. And it would literally lag the game out because it was so much TNT. But good times, good times. What is over here? What's going on? TNT. Well, we blew it up. It didn't come out well. It couldn't live. Oh, what was that? Is that trap? Alright, let's go around. Need to find a place to save my game. Probably the pit. Oh, I'm tired. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I apologize for yawning. Again. It's 10 o'clock at night. Look at that. It's getting late, people. It was a cool explosion. Yeah, it was. It was a good explosion. It's a good explosion. Oh, come on. We gotta get to the pit. Now, I do like this texture pack. It's really cool. Makes it look really good. I always like to end the game in the pit, because it looks the best. It's the pit. I mean, where else would you want to be? The reason I have the pit is so I could do stuff like this and not really have to worry about anything, you know? It's all made out of bedrock. So if I take this and I blow this bitch up, it's not a big deal. That's smarter than the average. I'm shocked I didn't blow that up. It left a shadow though. Look at that. Alright, enough Michael Baying it up. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and hanging out with me as I played, more Minecraft. It's what I usually like to do. Where is the button? There it is. Alright, but thank you so much for hanging out, Wicked Soul, and everybody else that checks out the video after the stream. Please subscribe, follow on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all those different places. We do a podcast every Thursday called Xbox Uncut's Weekly Podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can check it out too. You can visit us at xboxuncut.com and tell us what you think. Write us letters at email@xboxuncut.com, and we'll see you soon. But for right now, let's blow. No, we're not blowing nothing else. I want to leave my world I don't want it to be in shambles, But thank you so much for hanging out, and we will catch you later. Peace out, everybody.